Day 2. Fixing to get after it. It's another limit today.
It's one of those. Everybody knows the rules.
Alright, what's up, y'all? We're going to head back underwater here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a voiceover. There wasn't much of an intro to this video, not much talking, but anyways, here's day 2 of a lobster mini season, and it's the same, pretty much the same concept as last video. If you haven't watched that, go ahead and check that out. But in my right hand right here is a tickle stick. It's just an aluminum rod. You get that in there behind the lobster, you touch it on the tail, and you can kind of corral it where you want it to go. When you get it out in the open, you put your net behind it, and you can close your net on it, and kind of just like wrap your net up around the frame of it, and you got yourself a lobster. But here is Tom. This is kind of a funny video. Shout out Tom. Hope you watch this, Tom. Tom gets worked right here. I thought it was pretty funny to add. You can see the lobster darts under this rock beside him. He goes and checks under that rock, and now you can see it go back under the big rock right there. You see it fly back. They're tricky. They'll put the moves on you sometimes and cross you up underwater. But anyways, that's pretty funny. Shout out to Tom. Thanks for taking us, Tom. It was a great trip. Here's another clip of kind of how we're catching lobsters. And like I said, it's really repetitive. It's the same thing over and over. This one was out in the open. These are the best ones. You can kind of get them to move out in the open sometimes, and right there, it's the ideal textbook. Just put your net behind them, and they'll back off into your net. So for those of you that don't know, like I said, I kind of touched on it in the first video, but lobster mini season is a 2-day recreational only lobster fishing. So there's no commercial diving. It's just lots of people out diving for lobsters recreationally, and it's an absolute blast. This is day 2 of it. That's what we're doing here. Day 1 was insane. There were lobsters everywhere. We caught our limit. I think this day we ended up with like 22 or 23. Still a ton of lobsters, a lot of fun, just not as fruitful as the first day. Right here is a different method of catching lobsters. This is called a snare. You basically you have a little lever at the back of this stick you can't see on camera, but you open it up, you slide under their tail, and you pull that snare tight, and it'll cinch up on that lobster's tail, and they can't go anywhere. That's basically the 2 ways to catch lobsters. There's other ways, but that's the 2 ways that we utilize. So anyways, like I said, this is going to be pretty repetitive, so I'm not going to talk the whole time. I'm just going to roll some music, and hopefully you guys enjoy the clips. This lobster ended up being a little too small, and if you drop them right back in the water, they tend to swim right back to where the other lobsters are, so we like to throw them and get them out of the way. It's kind of funny. Alright, in this next clip here, we kept jumping to different spots, and I was seeing lots of snappers, so I couldn't help myself. I grabbed the spear gun, and I ended up shooting a couple of fish this day, but a big school of mangrove snappers come swimming by, and I ended up shooting one, and he tore off. So I had to run him down with my net, and I think I might be the first person to ever catch a snapper in a net. But he was pretty hurt, but I still thought it was kind of a funny video. I just went to the bottom and net him. Here I had a school of yellowjacks circling around me. And if you know anything about yellowjacks, you know they're probably some of the best eating fish in the ocean. And they're one of my favorites because I like to eat them raw, sashimi style. And later on in the video, I make a pretty cool sashimi dish. But yeah, picked one out and ended up stoning him, took him back to the boat. In this next clip, I shot my very first hogfish ever, and unfortunately my camera was in time-lapse mode. So I got an awful video of my first hogfish ever, but I still slowed it down and put it in here just because it's a pretty cool moment for me. Stoned him. I have a lot of people ask me how long you hold your breath and all that kind of stuff, so I'll put a timer up on right here. So see if you can hold your breath long enough to catch a lobster. As soon as I take my breath to start is when the timer starts. This is the yellow jack. Sorry, there's a lot going on in the background. We got piano lessons and all kinds of stuff happening, but this is the yellow jack I shot, and I'm gonna turn it into sashimi. And they're making dumplings. They are going to be amazing. These two are absolutely on fire. Everything they cook is amazing, especially if you like Chinese or Asian type food. It is phenomenal.
包饺子，包饺子，
Oh, 包饺子?
哎对，包饺子，
包饺子. No, I think that's some pork, and I'm not sure what that is. We didn't have anything. We didn't catch that, but we're gonna eat a feast tonight. It's my last night here, so we're gonna eat some sashimi appetizer. Looks like some dumplings or wonton. I'm not really sure the difference. Balkauti. Balkauti, yeah. She says yeah, she approves. And then we got a hogfish. I'll show you all that later, but anyways, for right now, knocking the sashimi off. All right, I've been working the last 4 hours on my contraption here. No, I'm just kidding. I've just been working on it for a few minutes.
Need a break.
All right. Give me a nice little dish here, a little sashimi dish. That's pretty slick though, I have to say. This is made from yellow jack, which is a fish that lots of people do eat.
Sashimi.
Yeah, sashimi style. There's the hogfish. That's my first legal hogfish right there.
That's insinuating you get a lot of illegal hogfish.
I don't have any illegal hogfish. That's my first hogfish right there.
First hogfish ever.
First hogfish ever, and some really fire sashimi. Look at that. So we're cracking lobsters down the middle. You can see how we already split these ones. We're gonna grill them. Put the knife on it, hammer on it. We got them all cracked in half so they'll go on the grill, butterflied. All right, so we got all the lobsters butterfly cut open. This way we can season the meat, put a little butter and all that stuff on it. And then we're gonna try something different on this one. This is a whole lobster, complete lobster, just chopped in half and turned sideways. Pretty much the same thing, but a lot of people don't eat the insides. I think we're gonna try to eat the insides. I don't know how it's gonna go, but we can try it out. I'm always down to try new stuff. All right, so my sister-in-law's from Hong Kong. She gets all kinds of things that have Chinese writing on them. I don't really know exactly what it is, but this says for seafood. Hit a little bit of that. Hit a little bit of this. And then a little bit of sesame oil. Just a tad of sesame oil. I'm gonna try me a little piece of sashimi now. This is yellow jack sashimi with a little dip. It's fantastic. I'm gonna try a little wasabi in here now. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That's fantastic. That is so good. There's my cool little dish. Just taking pictures of it. You want to try a piece? She's gonna try it now. She likes the wasabi. Yeah, good or bad? Good, yeah. Jose. That's how you know it's real. Got the approval from a really cool Chinese lady. Dom's gonna try the sushi now. I already know you're gonna like it because it's fire. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good.
My aunt tried it.
She tried it. She tried 2 pieces. She came back for seconds. So the first thing Dalton did was base some olive oil on it. Now he's about to hit it with the seasonings.
Here with a little bit of pepper, a little salt, put a little Old Bay on there, a little Greek seasoning.
We pretty much use Cavenders on everything.
I use Cavenders on everything.
I love Cavenders.
A little paprika. All right, that's it.
That's everything. Seasoned up, ready to rock and roll. Ready to be thrown on the grill.
Put these babies on the grill.
Look at that. Going our way right now. Well, I got a bowl full of everything. We got the hogfish,
No, eat it.
lobsters.
Yeah, I already have a lot of lobster already.
Everybody's just enjoying it, hanging out.
We're very happy over here. We had
Super
some
happy.
lobster already last night.
We got pork belly, bok choy, some awesome dumplings, shrimp, hogfish, rice, some lobsters. It is fantastic. Of course, the main dish. That's a